Several of you have been asking the same question. How do these pepper plants grow and make peppers when they're all covered up? Where are the bees, and how do the flowers get pollinated if the bees can't get in? That's a good question, because crops like watermelon, cantaloupes, pumpkins, squash, cucumbers, they depend heavily on pollinators. Pepper plants, now they work a little bit differently. Today, I'm gonna show you how these pepper plants are growing up under this cover. I'm also gonna show you how the flowers get pollinated, and I'm gonna show you one thing you need to watch out for if you're gonna be growing these peppers this way. And you can see these peppers are not just surviving up under this cover, but they are growing and producing loads of peppers. Let's go. The first thing to understand about pepper flowers is that they are self-pollinating. So unlike the watermelons we talked about, the squash, cucumbers, though the pepper plants, they don't have a separate male flower and a separate female flower that has to be pollinated. So the actual pepper flower has both male and female parts in that one little flower. So the pollen is right there. So that means that they don't have to move from one flower to the next flower to produce an actual pepper. So that is the reason why we can get away with growing this way. Now, that doesn't mean bees and other pollinators are useless when it comes to these pepper plants, because they can still move around and still help pollinate the flowers and help with even to improve the fruit production. But just remember, peppers, they don't rely solely on the bees to help them, because these pepper plants, they were allowed to pollinate because of the wind movement that is created through this open mesh. The wind goes inside and then it releases the pollen, because remember, the pollen is already inside each of these flowers. Only a little bit of movement can release the flowers. So think about it. When I open this up and I have to go and water inside, but I do have the watering on an automated timer, but when I have to lay my fertilizer, I water with the can and I move it around just a little bit. See that little movement just release pollen. Or I could come in, which I didn't do, I can come in here and manually shake gently. You don't have to shake them that hard, just a light shake, that is going to release the pollen. So if you're having issues, then that's all you need to do. But the wind took care of all of this, so that was a win-win. And you can definitely see I have the peppers all over, and these little flowers are doing their work right now. This is the Quictent covered raised bed that these pepper plants are growing in, and the cover allows light to go inside the raised bed so that these plants can be successful, and it also allows for the airflow to go in, and that's how these plants are getting pollinated through the wind movement. Now, throughout the different seasons, this cover can help protect against different types of pests, and it can also help with the change in temperatures. Now, we're about to come up on our fall season that we're about to start planting for, and just think about it, all those brassicas could be inside here and being covered so that they don't have the worms eating holes all through it. So that is going to be a straight game changer for me in the fall, and I can't wait to have this cover protect my actual brassicas. It's going to be amazing. Another good thing about this setup is that when I want to, I can unzip it. If I need to go ahead and work inside, inspect the leaves, add my fertilizer, and you know what? The best part of it all, go ahead and get my produce by harvesting it up. That is so much fun. But I will let you know that this is not going to seal this off from the outside world, because once I go inside and open it, then some insects may come in when I'm working in that area, but it's not going to be any biggie. But the biggest thing is that it's going to give me the protection. I don't have to worry about the rabbits getting in there, and when the fall comes, when I put my brassicas in here, I don't have to worry about it. Now, if you want that same protection that I have, that my plants have, I'll put the link in the description so you could try it if you would like to, and so you'll be on your way to protecting your plants. But this is an awesome feeling to know that I got this stuff growing. Now, the biggest thing that you have to look out for when doing this setup, it's not pollination, it's making sure it's not getting so hot in here. Now, this is real easy to do. Now you see I have the mesh right here. I want to make sure I leave that just where it is. There is an outer layer right here, this see-through plastic. You do not want to seal that. If you seal that, you're gonna cook your plants inside. So I normally have it rolled up and tied up on the top. As long as you have the netting here, then you're gonna be good to go. But I will still come out and check to make sure that the plants are looking healthy, even if I have to open it some, which I never had to do. So just make sure, I'll say it again, this is important. Make sure this clear cover is off the plant. Just roll it up, and so we can have airflow, because remember, the airflow is going to help with the pollination, so we can get a lot of peppers. Since we know that the raised bed gardens, they dry out a lot quicker than the in-ground garden, so you want to keep in mind that you need to come out on a regular basis to add water to the base of the plants. I don't like to wet the leaves because I'm not trying to encourage any fungus, anything like that. But I have mine on a drip timer, so that I already have the drip tape already lined out inside, and that is going to help with the moisture level, because you want them to stay nice and moist. You don't want them to dry out and then you flood it with water, because that's going to put stress on the plants. And if there's stress on the plants, then those flowers could fall, just like we talked about. So just make sure you come in, take your finger, check the soil, so it's good to go, and they're going to keep producing for you. Now, one thing I will say also, by keeping this mesh netting over it, then when it rains, it is still getting rainwater as well. So that's why you want to roll that up, so it's not draped over top. So the rainwater is still going to be penetrating as well. And so that's going to even help as well, because rainwater has a lot of nitrogen. All right, look at that. I didn't do any of that. All right, so like I said, the airflow is pollinating all these flowers right here. We even getting bell peppers again, because I've already harvested a couple times. We got more bell peppers over there. Like I said, look at this little baby coming up, because I didn't do it. The wind, you can see the wind blowing the trees now, blowing the peppers. But if you do want to come out and say, hey, I want to shake the peppers, so all I gotta do is shake, 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 shake your peppers, shake your peppers. All right, so now we already probably got pollination going on. Just a little tap. You don't have to go crazy with it. See, you pollinate. I bet you I come back, you gonna be a pepper. You gonna be a pepper. You get a pepper. Let me stop. I ain't Oprah Winfrey. So how are all these peppers growing without any pollinators? We already know the main reason is that these pepper plants are self-pollinating. Now that doesn't mean that the insects can't help, but just remember, these pepper plants, they don't depend on bees or any other pollinators, because they have exactly what they need inside, male and female parts inside that flower. So all you need is a little movement from the wind, or the gardener can come out like I showed you and shake it, and then you're gonna have peppers to eat. So this is simply amazing. And remember, this cover is not preventing my pepper plants from growing and producing, because they are still getting the light that they need, they get the water they need, they get the nutrients they need. My only job is to make sure that it doesn't get too hot in here and that the soil does not dry out. If you were one of the people wondering how I grow peppers under a cover, I hope I answered your question. Let me know in the comments if you've ever grown any peppers under a cover, or in a greenhouse, or even inside. And if you would like to check out the setup, I'll put the link down in the description so you have access to it. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and remember to always grow something tasty. All right, I'll see you in the next video.